All right. Hello. We're live now. Hello, everybody. Real quick before we start, there's a little something I wanted to say. You probably noticed on the transition, if you have been sitting here waiting, that I added some Black Lives Matter stuff to here. Just to show that I stand in support of equal rights and against police brutality and harm against others. I highly implore you to, if you agree with me, to donate to different charities and organizations that also follow this. There's a nice list on blacklivesmatter.com of many different partners that they have that you could donate to, not just for bail funds. From what I've heard, the bail funds all around have been well past what they need, and they're like actually trying to. These charity organizations for bail are actually trying to get people to put money elsewhere. So I would look elsewhere for that.
Rebuilding of looting and stuff.
Yes.
That's where you spend your money on cool stuff that supports other people.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I had to say here, and I'll let Dylan take over because it's his show for this.
Oh no, it's your channel. So yeah. Hi everybody. Welcome to the Chaos Crew. Last time, the party themselves got in some trouble with the cops of Waterdeep, as you do. But for totally legitimate reasons, because they broke into a person's house and robbed it and whatever.
Literal opposite of what we're doing with.
Literally the opposite of real life, yeah. Mm-hmm. But half the party was arrested because they had been captured by the guard. That was Lilia, Jamey, Aralee, and Sunspot, I believe. While Renair, Solaris, who started it, and Patience went back home to the Noodle Troll. While people in the dungeons, who were divested of all their stuff, got a visitor in the dungeons of Castle Waterdeep in the form of Jarlaxle Baenre, the secret pirate lord of Luskan, drow mercenary leader, and all around great guy who we totally didn't fight in Dragon Heist or anything.
I didn't.
That's true. Sunspot didn't.
Technically, Patience didn't.
I guess the only person in the dungeon who did was Jamey. So.
And I think Jamey also kissed him.
That's true.
So I mean, it's kind of a confusing situation.
You got the Catwoman Batman relationship. It's complicated.
Also Lilia's there too. So complicated.
Speaking of Catwoman, I think she's in there too.
That's Black true. Viper. The Black Viper's in there too. Yeah.
I don't know if Jamey mentioned JB to Lilia.
I don't think you've mentioned them to any of us.
True.
I think Solaris saw the kiss as the submarine door closed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the big belchy. Yeah. And Solaris and Patience and Renair went back to the Noodle Troll. It's early in the morning, and they also had an unusual house guest in the form of Manshoon, the new Black Staff of Waterdeep and leader of the Zentarum. No biggie. So that's where we're at. I'm not sure which to start with. Jarlaxle, Manshoon.
Are you saying there's a decision to be made?
Ooh, yes.
Maybe.
There's a decision.
All right, you choose. What's heads and what's tails?
Wheel of decision coin.
I feel like Jarlaxle will probably be tails.
I need to send Scotty one of these too.
Yes, you do. So this is heads.
Okay.
And this is tails.
Tails.
For those that haven't seen a dragon, which is Waterdeep gold coins.
I have a set that has a 2D. Woo.
Got tails.
Oh,
Jarlaxle time.
That's a pirate hat, silly.
Yeah.
Well,
he doesn't have his purple hat thanks to.
Oh my god, he got a pirate hat. What a nerd.
Yeah, living in Luskan, they're the easiest to come by.
Yeah.
So, in that case, Sunspot and Aralee and Jamey, and Lilia, you guys are all in the dungeons of Castle Waterdeep doing your thing, when emerging from the shadows with a cape of a pawafui, even of rainbow fabric, eye patch, bald head, hat, what have you, slides out of the shadows within your cell, and I believe he said something like, "Let's chit chat" or whatever, I feel like this eye patch is.
I don't think that Scotch tape's gonna work, but
it's not gonna work. Be careful when you make eye patches, folks.
You need like a string or something to tie it.
Yeah. So Jarlaxle appears and Jamey probably like looks up. I know Aralee and Sunspot and Lilia were all like depressed. So I don't know how you guys would react.
Still depressed.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So Jamey probably notices and
hashtag depressed.
And Jarlaxle kind of looks around and says, "Well, aren't you a merry little bunch?"
Yeah.
And he looks around and he says,
Sorry,
Jamey. Jamey, it's good to see you have new hands. I was quite amused by your antics in Neverwinter. I wonder if that wedgie you gave old Dagger worked the stick out of his butt. Jamey's like, probably not. In fact, probably worked it farther up there. What are you doing here? Oh, what am I doing here? I'm just here to meet your new friend. You seem to have added quite a bit more of my people's surfacer cousins to your enterprise since the last time we clashed. Looks around at Sunspot and Aralee. Walks over to Aralee and he holds out a hand and he says, "Pleasure to meet you. Jarlaxle Baenre."
She will shake his hand, I guess.
He shakes your hand.
Lady
ooh.
Aralee Maryland.
A pleasure. You are quite beautiful on the eyes, even in this dark gloom.
I bet you say that to all the girls.
Aces just flies through the wall. What?
And he walks over to Sunspot and extends a hand. Jarlaxle Baenre.
Sunspot. I don't shake his hand. I'm sitting on the ground in the corner.
Also quite a handsome fellow. I must say, I enjoy a man who has trained his body so. He looks around at your muscles like,
Thanks, I guess. I don't know.
I can catch flying bullets if you know what I'm saying.
We could give that a test later. I was, well, and he sees Lilia and he walks over and he says, I must have seen you there. Holds out a hand. Such a small one.
Hello.
Jarlaxle Baenre. Pleasure, I'm sure. No, Rip.
Kill me now. Murder my soul.
I mean, if you insist, I could. It's not why I came here, but I just so happen to be in the neighborhood as it happens. And I thought you might be interested in hearing that some friends of mine at the temple of Pelor, sun god, ran into a very interesting group of porters who I believe were also headed to the temple of Selune. And he looks around. I see your friend Solaris isn't here, though. Unfortunate. I was kind of hoping she would be. Oh well.
She should be here.
You Yes, I did hear about what happened at the Cassalanter Villa. Kind of sloppy work. I expected better from you, Kurayami. She's like, shove it up your ass. Maybe later.
Ah,
Oh, we lost
Oh
a gnome.
no!
Oh, that gnome is
Lilia teleports out, never to be seen again. Whoosh.
Lilia
And,
does the like peace disappearing meme.
right through the wall, and it says, "If my friends were correct, it was Darkfire. These hooded strangers were bringing to the temples. Very dangerous stuff. You all wouldn't
I
know.
don't
anything
know what
about
that is.
Oh, well, it was a concoction, I think originally made by my own people, the Drow. Very, very hot. Hot as hell, you might even say. But completely invisible, except to those with dark vision.
Which temple was that being brought to?
Well, my friends at the Temple of the Sun found it in the cellars there. But after we had found that, I also learned that it appeared to be going to the Temple of Salune. I do wonder who would be doing something like that.
Why do I feel like you know the answer to that?
In fact, I don't particularly. However, I may know some information. As I understand it, I'm already helping your little chaos crew, I believe you're going by nowadays, find the Drawn Enterprises headquarters in Luskin.
Well, as I remember, we were helping you get Luskin into the whole
It's true.
thing.
True. That's true. Well, I was also told that Lady Silverhand isn't amenable at the moment to that. But these things can change, especially if there's vampires going about through the streets of Waterdeep at night. That's scandalous, if I do say so myself. A threat that could be easily rectified, I think.
I mean, we got a pretty good success rate with vampires.
And he looks around. And how will that help you here? I wonder.
I don't know, you're not really helping us here either.
Well, I was going to get to that. So impatient. And
Yeah, Patience isn't here, so you're stuck with me.
I'm not sure who that is, but no. I would be willing for an understanding between us. I know we've had one in the past, Kurayami, and I'm sure Lady Maryland and Sir Sunspot, we could also come to an understanding. And, I could show you a way out of the dungeons here.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jarlaxle. I was in another dimension for a good 10 minutes. Could you quickly repeat what you just said?
someone cast blink on you.
I was just saying you shouldn't go to the ethereal like this, especially since this is a magical cell that blocks that type of thing. You must be very.
Did you do
powerful
that?
indeed.
It's most impressive.
I can't even do that. You have to teach me some of your tricks, Lady Lilia.
Powerful greater deity,
Center of all, you
Viacom.
know?
I know them. Well, I learned, Lady Starbit, that vampires were smuggling Darkfire into the cellars beneath the Spires of Morning and the Temple of the Moon. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. I don't know what they could be planning. Would-be arsonists, perhaps. But, well, like I said to your friends, I think we could come to an understanding here, and I could help you out of this situation, as it were. I may know ways to get out of this dank cellar.
In exchange for what? Assholes like you always have a price.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's business, isn't it? Well, a favor for a favor. I'll leave that for the future. It's not really important right now. But I think we do have a mutual interest here. I have been sending bands of my Brigandeth fellows down into Undermountain, and they seem to tell me that that might be where these vampires are crawling up from. Skullport, especially.
If there's trouble that these vampires are trying to start, we should go help them, right?
My thought exactly.
Oh.
Naomi says, I suppose so. I mean, Solaris does like the whole Salune thing, doesn't she?
It's less of the, because it's, Solaris's god, but more of the, there's innocent people there that might get hurt, right?
No, it's mostly because Solaris is god that I care. But
I mean my god too. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, right. Yeah, I always forget about that. Yeah, Sunspot's god too, so that's secondary, I suppose.
My fists start to glow.
Well, it just kind of looks at you like.
Jarlaxle just sort of chuckles to himself and says, "Ooh, tension on the home front, I see. Well, I might leave you to think this over if you don't want to agree now.
I mean, if we bust out of here, that's just going to make things worse for ourselves.
Not if you're not caught.
They kind of know who we are.
Things like that can be easily rectified. Also, I mean, you all were planning on coming to Luskin, yes, for this Orrery of the Wanderer, I believe it's called, you're looking for. So you could always open up a noodle troll there.
So you want us to become fugitives and like flee Waterdeep? Is that the vibe I'm getting here?
Fugitive is a strong word.
I wouldn't want to cause any more trouble than we already have.
Oh, I'm afraid you've already caused trouble, little one.
Don't call me that, please.
Oh, my apologies. And he sort of bows and takes off his hat. Oh, I'm very sorry. What would you prefer?
Lilia's fine.
Lilia. Oh. Well, Lilia, I'm afraid that, yes, trouble often follows on the heels of trouble, regardless of what we want. That's what I've found, anyway.
So we're supposed to like blindly follow you?
Yeah, can I like look at this guy over?
Sure.
Give him the old 1-2. Let's see. I'm just staring him down.
Gives a winning smile.
Yeah, winning smile. Let's see. How's a 6 doing?
What is it?
A 6?
Oh, yeah. He seems completely genuine to you. I mean, you don't see any reason.
Yeah, mysterious dude that just fucking.
I mean, you do. He does seem to know. He does seem to know Kurayami, so it's like, oh, it's one of Yami's friends, you know. Yami has weird friends.
Yeah, I mean, she did have those friends that came to help to that we met up with when we went to Cassalanter. Pretty good to me, but I wouldn't want to you do something bad other than Sunspot. And I'm really sorry that I threw you off the roof like that. I didn't really mean to. That sometimes just happens.
It's fine.
You have to get out of here the right way.
Isn't Patience and Solaris supposed to be trying to think of a way to clear our names or something?
I will.
Very capable. I'm sure she can figure it out.
If you prefer to face the legal system, I can't stop you. It will be unfortunate to see you hang from the walls of Castle Waterdeep, but I suppose these things sometimes happen.
That probably shouldn't happen, considering the universe might end then, but we'll say about that.
Well, we all think the universe revolves around us, don't we? That we're all the center of all things.
I'm not okay.
Aralee and Lilia are just like, you can't kill us.
You can't kill me. I'm a bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
Sorry.
Oh, bad bitch. You can't kill me.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, Lilia is like 100% like aware of the fact that if fucking dies, like the universe will implode.
well, I must say it was a pleasure to meet all of you, and a pleasure to see you again, Kurayami. I must say you've aged quite well. It's been less than half a year. Well, you know. You mortals or non-elves age so quickly, don't you?
Elves are mortal.
Yes, they are. I was going to say. I
Unless
misspoke.
Unless they're Shatterkai or Eladrin, but that's beside the point.
Well, even they're mortal. They die eventually. But regardless,
Jarlaxle.
I must bid you adieu then, and wish you luck. And Jarlaxle sort of fades back into the shadows, his rainbow cloak, the last sort of thing, as he.
Seems like a good guy.
Yeah, he's okay.
Seems like a jerk.
Well, he's one of Yami's friends, so he must trust him.
I mean, last time I talked to him, I did call him a big idiot for not listening to us. So at least he seems to have come around to that. That's good.
Yeah, now he's just a plain old idiot, not a big one.
That is true. Yeah, well, he still is, yes. I mean, that goes without saying. But he has his uses, I'm sure. Everyone does.
I used them a couple of times with this one. Yeah, I was like.
I think about it. Does Solaris have the feather?
Shucks.
I think Yami and Solaris have exchanged it occasionally.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
I
you
mean,
guys took all of our
because,
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, currently yes.
Did
So-
he let you keep the hands?
Yeah. There's hands.
They're
I
attached
mean, you
now.
could have like a pickpocket and like a lockpick in them or something.
Yeah.
I like to think of the hands like the new Spider-Man suit that Peter got from Tony, and over time, like Yami's gonna unlock. Like they do what?
Yeah.
Initiate kill mode. What?
It's to kill.
What-
No.
What do you mean these are crawling Warforged?
This is like a cup holder that comes out of
Oh, wow.
She really thought of everything.
I think while you're sitting there in the dungeon, not Jarlaxle's left, Yami turns to you, Lilia, and says, something I was curious about. And he reaches into her pockets and pulls out a note. It says, I don't know if you could read this. It's
I can read anything.
I don't know if you could read.
good.
I can read anything.
This note is, it's in my handwriting, but it's in a language I don't speak, and I don't remember writing it because,
Okay.
well, I can't even speak this language.
Well, let me see.
I found it in a pawn shop near our house.
Let me read. I want to read it, but also I want to see if it's the detect magic. Oh, I can't do magic.
Mm-hmm.
And the magic. Yeah, I'll just try to read it.
Okay.
With your special eyes.
Womp.
My
So
special eye.
it is written in Dwarven,
Oh, sweet.
and and it says,
I will tell Yami that, and she probably is very annoyed.
"Not again." Everything always dwarven.
This
The
is
note.
maybe the reason why you learned Dwarven.
Maybe. So it says on it,
Mhm.
"You are a shadow on the wall cast by the lantern that is me. This body is mine. Return it." So what does it say?
It says that you're not you. You are
What?
the shadow of.
I can assure you I'm Kurayami.
You are the shadow of the lantern that is me. This body is not. This body doesn't belong to you. Give it back or something like that. I'm abbreviating.
Huh.
because-
No,
Oh.
I was like almost exactly.
Hey.
Yami says, let me make a roll for Yami.
Can I make
No, I
a
don't-
roll like
that-
that? Can I just like give her like squinty eyes?
That doesn't sound right.
Yami melts and grows a dwarven beard.
Roar!
Mhm.
At last.
I
Oh,
am
maybe-
Now
after
that we're in the
10,000.
magic room.
After 10,000 years, I am free.
Does this have something to do with like the same weird thing that you had going on, Sunspot, with like the past lives? I guess I'm not an elf.
I mean, I don't think that's a past life. I think that's a future life.
Future. I'm gonna be a dwarf.
I can see it.
We don't know that it's a dwarf. It's just written in dwarven.
I suppose so.
Yeah, that
Well,
Maybe you learned dwarven at some point. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Kit. She kind of takes your face in her hands, and she just kind of stares at your eyes for a second, like. I mean, you look like Yami, and you feel like Yami.
Aw. And she puts her hands on yours, on your face, and you look like Lilia. And thank God you're not stuck looking like Floon, because that would be a nightmare. Yeah. Pat your cheeks.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that lady who attacked you, Sunspot. I feel like I.
Wait, a
knew-
lady attacked me?
You, the butterfly lady. Yeah. Oh, I guess you were stone, weren't you? Oh, yeah. There was the butterfly lady.
I mean, I remember the
butterflies.
butterflies.
There was a lady that tried to very angrily kill you.
Yes, I feel like I know her somehow, and I.
Did turn into like the old man. And
Yes, I don't remember doing that, but yes.
Is this something to do with the thing that you told me when we first met?
Oh. Maybe the shard of Halaster's soul in me.
Yeah.
I suppose. And I mean, I have been having nightmares.
Did the lady call him Halister? I don't remember if she did.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Halister, and she did seem to know you as Halister. I don't think she knew you as you.
Huh. Oh, so speaking of things I seem to remember, I mean, that also, the shield you found, Aralee. I feel like I know that, too.
Oh,
Maybe that's connected to Halaster somehow.
it was talking to me, so
Really? Where is it now? Did the others
Patience
take
has
it?
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Arlie, are you okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm making this all about me. I'm sorry. Yes, Aralee, how are you doing? You don't have your little quacking friend anymore, do you?
No, I don't. I'm doing okay. I think.
How are you feeling after the whole dominated thing?
Um, I feel like crap.
I don't
I-
blame you.
I don't want to hurt my friends, and there was something in me that wanted to. So, oh,
Well, I mean, it wasn't really you who wanted to hurt them. It was somebody else controlling you to hurt
Yeah.
them.
For all the time that I've known you, you've been like one of the most nicest people I know.
mm. She just kind of sits down on near a wall and like puts her head in her hand and her head in her knees, and she just doesn't say anything.
Lilia will give you a hug if you let her.
I was gonna say, Kurayami probably would too. She says, I know how it is to be charmed like that. I don't like it either. Rest assured, we'll make sure that doesn't happen again. For either of us.
Also, if
I
it
don't
helps,
like
I'm pretty
that
sure
my friends
Solaris.
keep getting charmed like this.
If it helps, I don't think Solaris took it personally.
It's true.
Oh,
Solaris is
Solaris.
very forgiving.
Yeah.
Thankfully. That's why I like her so much. By the way, Sunspot, thank you for giving that asshole who charmed us a face full of fist. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Got me here, but you're welcome.
Well, sometimes you gotta take a arrow for your friends, you know.
I catch arrows. It's like you just met me.
Ah, that's true. That is true. Even better for you then. You don't think you could call one of your like rat friends to get us out of here, right? I mean, if we're not gonna do the Jarlaxle thing,
I mean, they took my pipe, so we kind of just have to bank on a rat coming by.
all right. Yami settles in as well.
Is it a
Well-
magic pipe?
My pipes at the sewers.
Yeah.
They took them off of me.
Ducks.
I thought they would work in here, would they?
Probably not. But also, are we trying to break out of here? Because I kind of thought our deal was.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you guys want to do the right thing, but
Hey, I'm neutral good.
Me too.
right.
And we did kill a boy, and by we,
hope they
I
don't-
mean I did kill a boy.
I mean, the three of you killed a boy. I showed up to investigate the situation.
It wouldn't
yeah,
be
I
the
got
boy
don't know
attacked.
why you're here.
Because I threw some radiant sunbolts at that guy's face. He deserved it, though. He's a dick.
Yeah, he charmed your friends. I feel like you should. Out of all the people here, you're completely in the right to protect yourself.
I almost forgot. I guess it's a good thing we didn't take Jarlaxle's offer. He has still not apologized about Zelopharn. And Yami like flexes her tattoo of the bronze dragon on her arm. Don't worry, buddy. He'll apologize soon enough. Don't worry.
By the way, I do
And if he
really
doesn't,
like
we'll-
it. The tattoo is really cool.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Also, I just want to throw this out here. I'm assuming this wedding is not happening tonight, right?
Oh gosh,
Is it tonight?
It's supposed
It
to be
is.
tonight.
Boy,
that's a good question.
I'm also gonna have the wedding with Alice, but I don't know.
I wonder what they're doing.
So, meanwhile, cross town from Castle Waterdeep, in the Noodle Troll, upstairs, up the Noodle Troll, in our living room, Patience and Renair and Solaris walk in to. Actually, I feel like what did Renair come with?
I don't know.
Yeah, he would have. Okay. Yeah, so Renair's with you. As you walk into Manshoon, sitting on the couch, just sort of tapping his fingers, and he looks over as you come in and is like, you've finally gotten here. We
Fireball.
have some things to talk about.
Who let you inside?
I let myself in.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Looks around at any staff.
Yeah.
Not the black staff, I meant the employees.
Yeah. I feel like the goblins and kobolds are in here, like sort of like peeking their noses around, like, what the heck? Who's this guy?
I stand there with my arms crossed. I look at Patience. I look back. What can we do for you?
Well, please sit. It is your home. You
I'd
should
rather
be comfortable here.
I'd rather stand, thanks. And I cross my arms.
Well,
I walk over and take a seat and cross my arms sitting on the couch.
I had made a deal with your friend Kurayami to help take out our mutual enemies, like the Xanathar and eventually Halister Blackcloak. Although I hear you have been talking all about town about how you killed Halister your last trip to Undermountain.
I'm still not sure we did or didn't. I don't know how this whole like magic thing really works, but that's the
Yes.
story.
I don't know, he
Neither-
looked pretty dead to me.
Neither am I. I am glad you are smart enough to consider that option, Solaris.
That's why I'm alive. I consider all the options.
Halister was, well, most competent mages have ways past death. It is little more than a speed bump, and Halister was quite powerful. And you see Manshoon kind of like touch his metal hand that he has covered in gemstones.
Look at you with your Infinity Gauntlet.
And just like
Look at this
unconsciously sort of
nerd-ass
touches it.
wizard.
And he says, however, there are those who seem to be using Halister's absence for their own ends, as I understand it.
That usually happens. You know, vacuum of power and whatnot.
Indeed. My Lieutenant Erstel Floxen told me that you ran afoul of some vampires recently.
Well, you know, there's this whole thing like they
Get to the point. Why are you here?
Okay, yeah. What Patience said. What's up? But yes, vampires.
Very impatient for someone of such a name.
Eyes narrow.
Hmm.
I'm working on it.
I was simply considering such things, that these vampires may be some of these sort. But enough with this small talk about current events, I suppose. Your friends are in prison for a very hefty set of crimes.
You know, it's really a big misunderstanding, I think.
What is it?
I mean, you know, I think that they were scapegoats for that Viper lady.
Possibly. And I dare say I have heard that this Manfloon individual was also involved.
Floon?
Manfloon, yes. The dreaded moocher.
I think of it, I did see two of them there.
I don't recall. I got there after everything really kind of settled down.
Renair's like, yes, thank goodness.
Sideways glance, like, less is
Man-
more.
Manshoon says, well, I have a deal to offer you, Solaris. I
Mhm.
could pull some strings that I have amongst the lords of Waterdeep. The crimes that have been brought against your friends, well, as I said, the punishments for them are quite serious. And only a lord could remove such. For all the cowardice and caution that the masked lords take to keep their identities concealed, it's relatively easy to figure out who they are with the right resources. I could bring those resources to bear for your friends.
So,
What's the
I hate to put
catch?
it. Yeah, that. I was gonna put it a little less. That.
No, I like the bluntness. I always preferred a honest fool to a scheming liar. You can always tell where they stand. Well, I could prevent your friends from being executed for their crimes, Solaris. Crimes, I believe, some might say you caused. But
Eh,
in return, you must enter into a magical pact with me.
No deal.
I don't think it's yours to say, Tiefling. And looks to Solaris.
what's the details of this pact?
Do not.
Well, you are a hopper, yes. The
I
hoppers
mean,
have been giving me some trouble in my position. If you were to work with me and relay bits of information that you learn, that's all I ask.
There's always more to it than what it seems, Solaris. Don't
I
accept it.
know.
If you don't accept, I mean, I'm sure there are others who know of other crimes your friends could be accused of as well. I know that Lord Growlhund is very interested in who murdered his beloved wife at the Growlhund massacre.
That was the Centaurum.
Was it?
What everybody says in the streets, and usually that's the truth.
It's funny how the truth can be so easily manipulated, isn't it?
He's holding the black staff right now, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
From what I heard from Lord Growlhund, who I so magnanimously gave refuge to after the massacre,
Of course you did.
the person who murdered his beloved wife was this Entropy woman who has proclaimed herself Xanathar. I am sure she did not have any friends who helped her in this crime. And as I understand it, there are notes in my new tower that seem to implicate that Vajra Safar, my predecessor, was also involved, withheld information about the culprits. But all of that is neither here or there if you simply accept this deal I am giving you. Your friends will go free, there shall be no crimes held against them, and mind you, the Cassalanters will probably hold a grudge regardless, but so be it. These things happen. Anyone in power gains those who declare themselves their enemies.
Solaris is very quiet, mulling over all of this. What's to stop you from continuing. I mean, if I say that I'll take this deal, I'm never going to be free of this blackmail.
It is not blackmail, though I appreciate your candor in using such a term.
Well, when you
It
can
is an
forge
agreement.
evidence,
It is not evidence forged, as I understand it.
it is
But-
if they didn't do it.
Well, regardless, I'm offering a helpful hand to you. Don't slap it away.
Well, I mean, it's the only one you got. Patience has been like just death staring him the whole time. You swear the corner is just getting a little bit darker. His thaumaturgy is like he's not trying to cast it, but it's just happening. You already know my stance, but I can't make that decision for you, Solaris.
You know, I'm the first one to look out for myself, but I gave the Harpers my word, and I can't go back on that just because things have gone a little ass over elbows in the current situation. I don't think my friends would appreciate it if I started lying and taking information just to save them. I'm no double agent.
Very well. Then you have made your choice. And
Put my hand back on Renair's hand behind me, like
Renair, like
Solaris is shaking.
Renair like grabs it, And I feel like he like takes his other arm and like wraps it around your waist and like pulls you closer to like almost like protect you from Manshoon as he stands up.
Honestly, it's probably good he does because there's absolutely a chance that Solaris is like torn between completely breaking down and like just trying to stab a bitch.
Understandable. And,
Patience is Arthur Fist. I mean,
beautiful. So Manshoon, grips the black staff with his real hand and just sort of like clinks his gold hand together into a fist and says, "Very well. Good day, and good luck on your wedding this evening, Solaris. Lord Neverwinter, nor Never Ember. Excuse me."
drop it. Wisdom save. I'm sure he'll pass.
Yep.
What do you get?
You got an 18 on the die.
Okay. You would have felt that hand with the staff start to maybe try to drop it, but it didn't.
Okay. So he says, "A cute trick. Perhaps you should learn from a true master before you try such things." And he'll snap his finger and just sort of snap out of reality. And Renair sort of grips your hand, Solaris, and says, "Well, what do we do now?"
No idea. He's got information to blackmail Entropy and everybody else. I mean, the Growlhund stuff, that was a complete mess. And there were so many things involved, but this mess, the others, I feel like this is my fault.
Didn't that gnome and Aralee, didn't they have friends? Do you think we could get them to help?
No.
Possibly.
But what if he pushes and has them tried and found guilty enough to be executed?
That would be bad. I'm
very, very bad.
As I understand it, I mean, the guards did say that some of them were accused of assault on a noble, which there is no other punishment besides execution.
That's such bullshit. Why should someone die just because they put one of these freaking rich idiots in their place?
Well,
Because they're the ones that put the law there in the first place.
exactly.
More of them should get cracked in the face.
I don't disagree to some degree or another. I would prefer such things not be needed, but
We can't just break them out. I mean, then everybody's fugitives, and we already can't go back to Neverwinter because of everything that happened, and
that's true.
we don't have the
And-
black staff on our side here anymore.
And I mean, if what you said was true, I mean, Laryl is the only thing keeping you and Yami and Sunspot from being, well, not even Sunspot. Sunspot's fine, I guess.
No,
They
no,
like him
your dad thinks Sunspot's the bee's
It's-
knees. Like
he's the
he's
bee's knees,
completely
That's true.
completely over the moon about Sunspot.
Well,
Meanwhile, in
I mean,
Neverwinter,
Sunspot's great.
Sunspot's in jail. We're at war with Waterdeep. We're breaking the alliance. The Lord's
whole-
alliance
the
is
whole
over.
Army is just like, ah!
Well, Laryl appears to be the only thing keeping you and Yami then from being extradited and charged.
Don't put our elf on a shelf. Don't put our elf.
Being charged in Neverwinter for crimes. So,
Once again, we didn't do anything. I freaking hate these people with their stupid power and their stupid influence and their stupid blackmail.
Patience
didn't
storms.
do anything.
Patience storms upstairs.
This is why I left Cormier in the first place.
He puts everything down in that he was holding in the room somewhere, and we'll just say conveniently enough, the duck is on the top of it.
Hmm. Okay. You hear a voice in your head.
Which one?
There are a bunch of those.
Well, I'll tell you. It starts with a.
Is that the majestic space duck?
Says, "No, my name is Winston. Where is
In character.
Aralee?"
Where is Aralee? Tell me, you fool!
She's gonna die due to what you've done to her.
What I have done to her. I don't know what you mean.
Brainwashed her, possessed her, made her attack friends,
Bold claim.
caused good people to do evil acts, thinking that it's for good of others.
Hmm.
It's not the first time I've heard of a devil doing that.
Definitely
That's
wasn't
quite-
Solaris.
That's quite racist of you for a fiendling.
Oh, don't even get started on that. We are not even the same race. You're not even the same kind of creature. You were something completely different.
How rude. Well, you can feel however you wish. Does not change anything.
What did you tell her?
What do you mean? I have ever been Aralee's most loyal friend,
Why?
'cause
You want her soul?
help me. Why does anyone do anything? These are often the vagaries of friendship. Is it because we don't want to feel like we're alone in the world? Is it because we don't want to feel like we're worthless? Unliked? I can't say. Mortals do very strange things for strange reasons, and who's to say immortals don't either?
Is this what you wanted the whole time?
What I wanted? What do you mean?
She seems way too nice and wholesome to be wanting to do any form of evil act. She was
Aralee
acting
is-
against her will to kill one of my friends. someone she just met.
Hmm.
She didn't go after her friend, Lilia, yeah.
Hmm. And you blame me for this because I am a devil.
I'm pretty sure that there's always scheming going on with your kind. Always something more going on in the background. Every action that happens around you
Hmm.
is not without purpose.
This is true. But I can safely say I couldn't even speak to Aralee for a time there.
Where did she find you?
Remind me, Callie, it was here in Waterdeep, wasn't it?
It was on the boat to Waterdeep. Yeah.
Okay. And that's what Winston will tell you, yeah. It's on a boat from Evermeet to Waterdeep. Long, long time ago. Long before you were born. And you hear another voice in your head, Patience. This one emanating from the shield that has like a angel face on it in rubies and sapphires and such.
Mhm.
And it says, "Do not listen to this devil's lies. It will seek to manipulate you by making you feel like it is innocent. It is not."
See, I gotta agree with the shield here.
As you well should, child.
What do you think we should do about this?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh,
Courts are not going to
goodness.
go in her favor.
This is true.
I think no matter what kind of evidence we're going to show, they're not going to care.
I dare say you are true. Often the lawkeepers of a land shall betray those they are meant to protect for vile reasons like greed. Greed is an insidious thing.
I just don't know why people would be willing to kill so many other people just for extra coin or extra money.
Indeed. The world could be a much better place. Could it not?
Would it make more sense to rid of the nobles?
Another voice. Azure Edge is like, what are you saying?
Oh, hell no!
Oh, hell no. You would even consider such a thing.
At this point, like, I'm sitting on the bed, and there's like 3 chairs, and
There's
like
3
each thing's on a chair.
Exactly. This blue rune axe wrapped in blue dragon hide.
It's like
This
SpongeBob
little
in that one episode. He's just
The gang's all here! Take it away, Chip!
Solaris pokes her head in and is like, "Oh, you're playing with your toys. I'll come back."
So it's like, I heard quacking. Oh, okay, I'm getting out of here.
I like to think just coincidentally, like, I didn't move them, but it's just like this creepy, like, all of the props go and look at you as you open the door.
Oh my god, that's
the
horrifying.
dog just slowly turns like.
The shield, which has this big like baby face smile on it, like frowns like
Quack.
Attack of the
Like
Ducks.
messes with the green screen.
you vowed to be a protector of Waterdeep. You cannot so brazenly go against people.
Would this not be for Waterdeep, though?
That's interesting.
The Grey Hand have never been nobles, at least from what I know of.
It's true. Roll me a persuasion check.
Patience with his team of warriors.
Dirty 20.
Whoa! Holy crap! Okay,
That's an 8 charisma, baby.
that's pretty good.
Hell yeah! Woo!
Azure Edge says, huh. Perhaps you are...
Why have only one open, Lord? Why do the rest want to hide themselves?
You make a good point. In my day, there was simply a warlord of Waterdeep. None of this scheming behind closed doors. Perhaps that Manshoon fellow had a point. No more masks.
So you're saying we should agree to his idea?
Possibly. It seems like what you are suggesting does align with his thinking. He seems a fine enough fellow. And the shield says, whatever would bring the most good, I suppose. And Winston says, quack. You won't listen to whatever I say anyway, so I'll just sit here.
Would be worth trying to break them out in the long run. Sure, we could possibly get them out of Castle Waterdeep, but then what after that? Live a life in hiding? Maybe even abandoning the city that I was born and raised in?
Azure Edge says, that would be the worst option, indeed. And even if you could break into Castle Waterdeep, it is a fortress built in the first year, or finished in the first year that I was warlord myself, many generations ago. I can't even say what defenses they must have added since then. Magical wards and guardians, who can say?
What's Arlee's life worth to you, Winston?
Quite a lot, I suppose. I have put a lot of work into her.
What would you be willing to do?
Spoiled.
What would you be willing to do to save her?
That's a good question. Huh. That is...
I'll leave you to ponder on that. I need some rest.
Yes, Callie?
Just a reminder that Aralee made a deal that she would release the devil that's inside the duck. So she's worth a lot to him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dylan, you gotta go watch the hell episodes of this.
The other reason why,
sorry.
the other reason why I was like, you can ponder this as I go to sleep for the night. You know, so Dylan can get notes from players for their backgrounds and stuff.
Got it. Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we.
Oh,
met
okay.
him
So
in hell
I
yeah.
feel like Winston might say like anything. Then I would do anything to get her back. As I said, she is a fine and loyal friend, as I have always been to her.
What about you, Hidden
Feel
Lord?
a dagger that's getting stabbed in somebody's back.
There are a lot of daggers on the table here, aren't there?
Going at it.
The Hidden Lord says, I would not listen to anything that devil says. But if your friend Solaris does not believe that you should make this deal, perhaps you could make it in her stead.
I'm not part of the Harpers, though. The deal was with her because she's part of the Harpers. He needed her, not me.
That is interesting. Perhaps you could convince her to accept it then. You seem a fine and noble fellow, Patience.
Perhaps.
You carry the mantle of Zariel with you.
That I do. Well, I'll leave you guys to tea time. And I get up and like have like a hand on the chair, and I go out. I go and back into the bar
Talks amongst yourselves.
to let the three discuss things on their own. Yes, I'm leaving my super powerful weapon up here.
Okay.
Oh my God, Winston! You come back and Winston is like holding the axe
Quack.
shield.
This the
I'm
axe
ready
and
to
the
fight.
shield.
Yeah. But like he's
That
a
would be
tiny duck,
amazing.
so it looks ridiculous.
He's got like a big muscle yellow bod, but like the tiny duck head's still on top. Quack.
Dylan, that's what you need to draw for this episode.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Even if it doesn't appear, that should be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, this is the beginning of RPG. You got the shield,
It's just
and you got the weird
surfetched.
third thing that they always have to have a weird third thing.
Right. All right. So.
Shield, axe, and gun.
Hmm.
Or I guess duck.
So what is the plan here? I suppose for everybody.
I'm gonna go down and try to convince Solaris to take the deal.
Okay, interesting. Got it. Yeah, you find her and probably Renair like comforting Solaris.
But-
You know.
I think it's been enough on me, so we can go to somebody else.
I'm trying to think about what would be happening in the cell that like things have changed, but they haven't really. So I suppose if you guys have anything,
Waiting for a rat to come by?
yeah. I mean, I
Would
don't think
Lilia still be able to talk to animals?
I would say
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Is that just a gnome thing?
Well,
That you can't-
it's
No.
evocation.
Oh,
Yeah.
evocation. Sorry.
I guess if I can still read, then I can.
hmm
Because I don't think she has.
And Yami can talk to animals and plants just as a
Yeah.
her thing too. So why do you ask?
No, I'm just wondering.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well, I rolled for something, and I rolled an at 20.
okay.
Oh,
So I will say, as you guys are sitting there, as luck would have it,
Oh.
there is like a hole in the wall of the cell you didn't even notice before that a rat slips out of and into the cell. Like it just squeezes itself through and like plops onto the ground.
is it a normal rat or is it a green rat? Is it a cranium rat? We got a lot of rats in play here.
That's a good question, huh?
What battalion is he from?
Yeah. It's a regular rat. Okay.
Ah. It's not the Green Corps.
What color? What color is he?
Like brown. Little brown rat.
I think Lilia would want to talk to Sunspot.
Hmm.
He just seems really down on himself,
Okay.
and
Sunspot's just like petting the rat.
he'll be like, "Are you doing okay?"
I mean, I'm in jail. I'm doing great.
I mean, yes, but like, you just seem, kind of like extra sad.
Well, it's a mix of sad, frustrated, angry, a lot of angry, then more angry, then a little sad again, and then angry. It's just kind of like a cycle of those going through.
It's fair.
To be fair, you did do the right thing, and I am so sorry that we got you into this.
Well, I mean, I always swore I was going to protect people, so I protected my friends, and if that involves me now dying, I guess I did what I was supposed to do.
We're only trying. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem right.
Well, I mean, I was attacking the noble, which I guess is illegal now. Technically, he attacked a noble too. I'm the fucking Rat King. He
I
should
don't
be
know
hung
if
too.
that, I don't know if that is legally recognized in Waterdeep.
And he also dated Prince and is also a lawyer and has like 5 other titles.
Dating a princess is undetermined.
It's true.
Did she give you a title? That's the real question.
Well, also, does that title have any
Mary here, yeah.
they care? No, I don't think they
Also,
do.
he was like,
Sunspot is very vague about what actually happened with the princess.
Also, wasn't he like knighted in Neverwinter too?
He was.
I became an honorary guard.
Yeah. I think that counts. That one is definitely in the
Waterdeep.
jurisdiction somewhere.
And Neverwinter is named after me. So,
Yeah.
like, there's that.
Okay, you don't have to bring it up every time someone says the name of the city, Sunspot.
It was named after me. Yami, I can 100% guarantee if you had a city named after you,
Oh,
you would talk
okay.
about it
Yeah,
constantly.
you would, it's true.
Okay. Point taken.
I'm like 100% sure one of the names that was on the list of names for the noodle troll is Yami's Noodle Shop.
I know that is way too generic for me, Lilia. Please.
You're
We
right,
call it
you're
like
right, but it
we
would
call
be-
it like Yami's Salamis or something.
But then that would imply that it's like a deli.
Sausage shop? Hey, we could do whatever we wanted, you know?
It was very nice. Oh.
Oh, well, I'm glad you got to see it before we, well, possibly die. But I'm not going to let that happen. So I'm not too worried about it.
What do we do? I mean,
Hmm.
what is the right thing here?
Well, I mean, I tend to agree with Sunspot that who cares if you punch a lord or whatever?
I killed somebody.
That's yet to be determined. I mean, they did turn into a pile of black ooze. Does that happen often to you, Lilia? I don't want to assume. I've never had it happen.
Me turning into black goo?
No, people you kill.
I mean, there was like a couple of demons in hell that happened to.
Oh, so
Right, Aralee?
What?
Okay. Trying to think of if anything turned into black ooze like that. Oh, like a chubby boy. That's a junker.
He's got a little crown. I don't really think so. I think that's probably I'm not very knowledgeable about otherworldly things, but I don't think that's of this world.
oh, well, there you go.
Oh.
So it wasn't a person then. So who cares?
I think that's the thing they're concerned about.
There are even people that, I mean, who cares if they die, right?
I mean, I can
Like
think of a
Lord
few-
Neverember is like, okay.
I can think of a few people that I would much appreciate if they were gone.
Well, yes, of course, we all do.
God.
Even I have my limits.
Mhm.
But I don't know, there's something weird about what was happening there.
Wasn't there?
He seemed
But I've always found nobles very
I mean he was gone, like the person that he was. It still hurts, you know? It was a kid and I saw him.
I suppose.
I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, but
Well,
there's
to be
people
fair,
that-
you also saved Sunspot from being whatever that lady was going to do to him. So
Yeah, out of the frying pan right into the noose.
Uh,
This
Sometimes
is
you
not
get good.
your fault, Lilia.
sometimes you get bad. Exactly.
there's also
Callie has a point.
people that are gonna be hurt if we don't get out of here.
They will be, won't they? Yes, that is true. People besides us.
Maybe the right thing is to, maybe the right thing is to help those people. I mean, it is, but it's more right than sitting here, I guess.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well, we did kind of already say no to Jarlaxle, so I don't think we're going to find an easy way out of here.
Well, and
Unless you have
Lilia will
something up
turn
your
to
sleeve.
Lilia will turn to a little rat and she'll be like, "Hello,
Hi.
I have a question. If
Yeah.
could you deliver a message for me? I will give you lots of cheese when I get out of here, like a whole block of it, like bigger than you.
No fooling?
I pinky promise."
Hi. Yeah, what is it?
Squeak, squeak.
What is it?
Do we have like a piece of paper and something to write with?
Took all of my stuff, but I
It took
would.
all my stuff.
We do have one thing though. Yummy's piece of paper.
That's true. My note? Yeah, I guess you could.
But do we have anything to write with?
Would they have searched my pockets?
They probably would have. Why?
Because I could have had like a little paper hat in there for Winston.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they probably kept you with that. They were like, okay, there's a piece of paper. Here you go. Keep that.
Is there like, I don't know, like dirt or charcoal or something on the floor?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I mean, it's a dank, dirty cell in the bottom of Castle Waterdeep, so.
How much are you intending to write?
I mean, it depends on who we want to write to, I guess. We can get a message out, but what's the message that we want to say?
I don't know. I mean, this is your plan, Lilia. I'm not going to impose. You're quite capable on your own, from what I've seen.
Well, we could probably get Solaris, and she does have, friends that we could get out of here. And we
That's
also
true.
need to warn them about what's going to happen at the temple.
That's also true.
So,
Although, from what Jarlaxle said, he might do it himself. Without us.
do you know where he is?
Jarlaxle? I have no clue.
Do you know
He
how
just appeared out of the shadows and then disappeared out of the shadows.
to...
You're not still over there, are you? I don't think so.
Can we get a message to him?
Could we? I mean, I suppose. Does this rat know where Jarlaxle Baenre is?
Do you know where Jarlaxle is?
I don't know who that is.
You know, but you know people that do know him, right?
I'm a rat. What are you
No,
talking
I'm
about?
talking about Yami.
Oh. Yami says, oh yeah, I know people.
Well, also, I think you have your birds, right? The paper birds.
I do, yeah.
So maybe we can send one message to.
I mean, they are magic though, so. we would have to like get them out. If we
Yeah,
wanted to,
we'll have the rat take them out and they'll
oh, interesting. Okay, we could do that.
yeah. That way you don't have to go scurrying around everywhere.
Oh, sounds good.
So I say we send one message to Solaris and Patience and warn them about what's going to happen at the temple, and then tell Jarlaxle that we want to get out.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah,
so now
cool.
we're breaking out? I thought we came to consensus that we weren't going to break out.
We're gonna die if we stay here.
We're gonna die when we
But
stay-
if we break out, it's going to be worse if they catch us again.
To be fair, what else can they do?
Double kill us?
You know, I have heard that is a punishment. I mean, they resurrect you.
Like kill us
until you
and
get-
like do that revivify
If-
stuff and then kill
Listen,
you
if
again.
I die, then like the universe will implode anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
some of
I'm
us
like-
don't have that ability to just be like, oh, I'm the center of the universe.
Well, hey,
Well, yeah, but if
I mean,
you, like,
listen, I think all of us do, Sunspot, to be
Yeah.
honest.
listen,
I know for a fact that if I died, the universe would explode. I mean,
mhm,
goes without saying.
yeah, and I will go get you from wherever you end up
No,
and kick whoever's butt is in my way.
that's so sweet. My goodness.
What if we don't have to deal with Jarlaxle? What if I could get us
Mhm.
out of here with
Oh.
just me?
Oh, like raw strength? Huh?
Sure.
We could even work together if you wanted.
Doors
I mean,
open and we're all just standing there dumbfounded. Push the wall, like, what's up?
that's true. It wouldn't require magic, would it? Huh?
No,
I-
we just
I-
beat that door.
are there guards? Just
I don't
to-
know.
No.
I think it'd be
Are-
pretty magical to me.
Uh,
I do love a lady.
No, actually, there aren't. The guard who brought you down here a while ago came down and basically just left.
But like, if Aralee thinking if she were to shout for a
Oh.
guard, would they come?
Probably.
Okay. She goes to the bars and she's really calm and she like centers herself and then she starts, Guard! You have put the wrong person in jail. Do you know who I am? I am Lady Aralee Maryland of Evermeet. If you would like to talk to my father, Lord Fenris Maryland, one of the on the royal council, please come and let me out. He will take care of this for me.
Wow. Holy
I mean, I was just going to suggest we punch Snake Lady and say someone's sick.
The Black Viper's like,
Oh yeah, she's still in the
what the fuck?
I don't want to hear your crap.
You stand in the corner and think about what
You're
you
not you're not coming with us, by the way. You're staying here where you belong.
That's not likely.
Well, seems like you can't get out anyway. You're still here.
I just Draco Malfoy. My father will hear about this.
You did.
The like eventually some guards like do show up like a couple minutes later. They look like they've like out of breath. Like oh gosh.
You
Oh.
want a war on Waterdeep? Because I will do that. My father has the power to do that.
He's also a king of the rats.
What?
You
me.
will start a two-way war between these two.
Also, I am beloved in Neverwinter. They named the whole city after me.
True.
We'll bring down the might of Neverwinter on this jail and you specifically if you don't let us out right now.
All right. So
I also know a Dark Lord, so if you don't,
oh my god. The
Yeah.
guards
this out immediately, I will tell Strongman Darius to come here and raise the rats.
I don't know who that is, but the way you say it, it sounds really scary. I don't know. I think
Please, like, finally, I get it, okay?
Jantharl, are we like
Are we insured for vampires?
yeah, like
How many guards are there?
how there's like 3 of them.
Oh, there's 3? Damn, I only have 2 arms. Okay.
Yeah, well. to be
But you also
fair,
have a monk with you.
a monk and
Yami.
wait,
And a Yami.
Yami.
Technically, you now have 6 arms. Just saying.
Sure.
And
Look at
I
Marilyn.
have 2 hands, but like they're not gonna do much.
Are we just gonna like start reaching through and slamming them against the bar?
Ah!
Close.
Oh, can we
Come
just-
close so I can utter my annoyance to you. Come close.
Come
Come close.
You
I
better
said
do
come
it.
close.
Okay.
Okay, is this guard have the keys?
Oh my god.
Yes, actually, he does.
I would like to pull him close to the
Okay.
Like how we all just
One-
decided out, screw it, we're not tying in
This is
here
what we're
today.
doing now.
With one hand, I grab onto him and I pull him close, and with the other hand, I say, "Do you know who my father is?" And then I try to find the keys, and I have proficiency in sleight of hand, and I never use it.
Whoa. Wow. Okay. Dang.
Frick. Plus that's a dirty 20.
Oh my god. Yeah. It doesn't look like he had it on his belt or anything, but you like flip around and hey, look at these keys. Huh, interesting.
I slide it in my pocket while
like-
he's paying attention to me.
I'm very sorry, Liddy, Maryland. I mean, I don't make the laws. I mean, I'm just a humble soldier of Waterdeep. I mean,
I do not expect this kind of treatment. If I have gone here, I should be treated as be gone! Be gone!
Okay. Jantharl, I think we should go. And he's like, I think you're right. Come on. I'm very sorry. I'll talk to my superiors. I'll get my manager if you need it.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay.
Please.
I demand a
Someone-
manager.
Again, I'm
Someone
so
who
sorry.
knows
I'm so sorry.
sense here.
I didn't know. And Lord, he looks at you, Sunspot.
Rat King of Rat King of Waterdeep.
Yes, the Rat King of blah blah blah. Yes, I'll.
Waterdeep.
You can. Waterdeep. Oh my good. Okay. Yes. We'll be back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize for all Waterdeep.
Yeah, you better apologize or this whole place will be swarming with rats. The property value will decrease dramatically.
Oh no.
What's the little rat's name?
The rats might just sit there like, what the hell?
What just happened? I thought I was gonna get some cheese. That's a good question. What is the rat's name? Huh. My first thought is Mango.
Mango.
Rat.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just if they're yelling over there, I'll just whisper to Mango and be like, "Go get your friends, a lot of them, all of everybody."
I get cheese?
Yeah, of course.
Oh. The Mango will skitter away.
I
What
hope
are you guys up to? You have the keys now, Aralee.
I do.
Good.
I'm really sorry about that.
I don't know. I think you should smack the lock. That might work with the key. Sorry,
What
Cat.
was
Throwing her under
that?
the bus even in this.
Yeah, right.
What was that?
I don't know. I figured if I told them that who my dad was, they would do something. But I don't know. Something came over me.
That was amazing.
Oh my goodness. You could be an actor. You want to be my next play? Goodness.
Oh, I would love that. I used to sing and dance with my friend on this in Zakara, and we used to get money off of people. But I'm not. It's fine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
We should. I'll teach you a song.
Oh, interesting.
I have a flute.
All right.
Right, and I give the keys to Yami.
Oh. Hello
She
there.
catches it. It's like, oh, I can catch.
I can catch.
And she
Alright,
catches it, one of the fingers opens up and shapes into a lockpick. It's like, oh.
I was thinking the same thing.
The keys just merge with the hand. Hey,
Alright,
Black
Yami.
Viper, you aren't coming with us.
I don't think you can stop me. if I wanted to.
I punch her in the face.
I'm pretty sure I can.
Oh my god!
Oh,
might have taken my-
me.
what's
Hey,
your strength modifier?
Well,
It's +6, isn't it?
Are you gonna kill her?
Your nose
yeah,
is
it's plus
like
6.
That's
Bit.
7 damage from a
Damage,
punch.
damn it.
Hey, Black Viper.
Oh.
Guess what? They didn't take all of our weapons, and Sunspot's just gonna get ready.
Oh no!
Guys, stop!
So rude. Oh my god.
No, I'm not gonna hit her. She's just gonna stay here. She's staying here.
Yami unlocks the door and like pushes it open.
I like how Jeanette was like concerned, but her shirt faded out, so it's just head and hands, just like concern.
So Yami's like,
No,
"Watch
Jeanette
out,
is
big
excited.
guys."
I'm keeping my eye on the Black Viper as I back out of here.
As we walk out.
We're gonna be in so much trouble. And
Are we
I
locking her back in
won't get
here?
trouble.
Oh, we are locking her back
Oh,
in here, of
absolutely.
course.
The black viper's just like laying on the ground like, "You motherfucker."
Hey,
I have no idea what
you were the
doing,
one who
man.
started all of this.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you robbed the place, and we're your scapegoats as we tried to stop you. Don't you forget it.
He points at Yami. She poisoned me.
Do we get a like water tribe, but chaos crew?
Yes, sure.
Look at
Oh my
this.
God.
So that's what I was gonna point at Yami. Do you think this person could poison you? Look at that innocent face.
Yeah, she's really an angel.
She looks like a devil. Thank you very much. I'm just.
That's racist.
Well, now we're definitely keeping you in there.
My parents will get me out of here, just like this elf ladies will. You watch, and you're
Hey,
in big
Hey,
trouble.
her name is Lady Aralee. You treat her with respect.
Yeah. That's my friend you're talking trash about.
I've had it with all these motherfucking criminals in this motherfucking jail.
And as like Yami closes the door and like locks it, he's like, "You'll hear from the Black Viper again. I swear it." Oh, my nose.
Oh, I'm real scared.
You
Guys,
should be.
we're in a fucking cartoon. That's what's happening right
Yeah,
now.
right.
The Black Viper is played by the same voice actor who does Cobra Commander.
You will be Chaos Crew.
Ah, chaos crew.
That's Manshoon.
Yeah, it's really chewy.
I'll make sure you suffer for this.
Ah, you ignorant boob!
You ignorant boob. You're messing with the Zentarum. Meh. Meh.
This sounds like Skeletor.
Exactly.
yeah. So while that's happening, I guess. Meanwhile, Patience, you come downstairs in the noodle troll. Having just had this discussion with all of the magic items you have.
I feel like
sentient magic
Aang
items.
talking to his past selves during that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Solaris is down there being comforted by Renair, you know, being the sweetheart he is.
So,
What a beautiful wedding.
Hey,
Any
Patience.
Yeah. Callie got me.
I don't know what to do that doesn't get them killed, but I don't know if I can.
Well, I mean, I could get a lawyer, but I don't know.
Yeah,
how
but now
well.
we're working against the person who literally killed the black staff and took it.
That's true.
I mean,
He does have connections, doesn't he?
Maybe- maybe we should take up his offer. As much as I don't like to say that.
I'll never be free if I take this offer. This isn't something I do once and then it's over. This is something that the next time I try to say that I'm through, somebody else I care about, there'll be some evidence or something that they did that suddenly comes to light, and I'll be forced into the same situation or watch them get put into this. Even if it's something they did, it's not, you know, if they buried it, it should stay buried.
I agree. Renair.
Hmm.
Not if we get him out of the position of Blackstaff.
Interesting.
Maybe we could play the long game like he is.
So you're suggesting that Solaris enter into this deal, and
Also, if she's getting married to you,
huh,
there could be potential for possibly being a Lord of Waterdeep. If you play your cards right. Though I haven't seen, you don't seem like one that would get into politics.
no, it's not something that's interested me much. I think my father soured me on that.
I don't think Solaris would be much into being an open lord.
I left Cormier to avoid this. This is what my grandfather always wanted. This is why my mom left.
Renair puts his hands like on your shoulders and like, you know, comforting little like pat, you know. It's all right. We'll find a way through this. I mean,
We should break them out then. There's no other option.
No, if we break them out, we all have to leave. I mean, Renair will have to go on the run because they'll never believe that he's not. They'll use him to bring us back. They'll use him to get me, and they'll use me to get Yami and everybody else. And
I don't want to be in that position again.
Oh, and
really don't.
I mean, Entropy. There's obviously a grudge there, and Entropy is going to be in trouble, and I can't do that to her either. And I mean, I feel worse for, Aralee and Lilia. They just came to go to a wedding. I mean, they came to see Yami and just visit, and they're in jail.
True.
Didn't they say they had friends that dropped them off here?
I guess so, but I mean, and even poor Sunspot. I mean, his home got blown up. We gave him a place to live, and we got him arrested. Which I don't even understand how he got arrested. When I left the house, Sunspot wasn't even there.
Well, he came with Patience and I and climbed on up there. I don't know what happened after he got up there, but
I'm sure that idiot stupid
so
Lord
you
said
were
something.
You were in there.
Oh. Wait.
You actually were in there stealing stuff.
No, not
Solaris. Did you lie to me?
We went there together. I got out. I mean, Aralee was trying to kill me. And I thought, everything was going ass backward. And I didn't want everybody to get caught. I figured if we would all, disperse. And I mean, that's the way we used to do it with my old crew. You disperse and everybody man for themselves. And if anybody got pinched, you'd figure it out later. I really thought
Solaris, you have to understand. I mean, this isn't games on the streets or with the caravan workers or anything like that. This is Waterdeep is a city of adventurers, yes, but their understanding only goes so far with this type of thing.
Well,
especially when it comes to nobles and lords.
Like I said, that's why you're not supposed to get caught. I mean,
I know.
Up until now, I've always gotten away with it.
I know.
How much money do we have?
I mean, I still have some money left over from my mother's.
The punishment from robbing a nobleman is death, correct?
Yes, it is.
What if everyone was working against their control by Solaris? We pin it all on you. Let me finish. The law does its thing. And you die. Is there any law for not bringing you back immediately afterwards? You would have paid your crime, correct? Everyone would be able to get out of there.
That seems like a big ass loophole.
I can bring you back immediately.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm not real keen on the dying part.
Neither am I.
I mean, even if we were to do something like that, I mean, there's more.
If I could, I'd pin it on me and have you guys do that for me.
There's more than just the execution that comes along with it. I mean, from what the guards said, there's imprisonment, there's all sorts of fines, there's flogging. So even if you brought her back, I don't want Solaris to have to be punished with all that. I mean, I don't want you to go to jail for years.
I don't want to go to jail for years. I don't want to go to jail at all. I don't want to die. I need a minute, and I'm going to walk away and go upstairs to the attic and go up and up and up. And when I get to the attic room, I'm going to out my
as you're
window
going
and
up
onto the
there.
roof.
As you're going up there, I do murmur to Renair and half expecting him to hear it. It was half directed to him, just be like, I shouldn't have suggested it. That was a dumb idea. And I just go over and get a drink.
Okay.
So I go up. I go up and up, and I go to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, the roof. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What? Are you going to do something stupid?
Renair says to you, Patience, when you Renair probably goes over and sits next to you, Patience, and he says, "We all do stupid things. Don't beat yourself up over it." And Leaf, the poltergeist, appears and pours you both drinks, like a barkeep who's like, "Tell me about it."
Don't even
Leaf.
look up from the bar. I'm just like, thanks,
Yeah.
Leaf, and drink.
Mm-hmm. So Solaris, you clamber up to the roof.
Yep.
It's probably, let me see, what time exactly it is. It's like 4 in the afternoon now. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna stand on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look around. Can I see the Blackstaff Tower from our rooftop?
Yeah. So the Noodle Troll is over in the North Ward, and you can see, over all these buildings. You can see the statues, the walking statues here and there, and then right at the foot of Mount Waterdeep, where you can see Castle Waterdeep, where your friends are currently in jail. Sort of down beneath it is Blackstaff Tower, this big square black structure rising up over the bazaar of Waterdeep.
I think I stare at it for a couple of minutes, and then I say, not loud, but in a conversational voice, I just say, I'm gonna guess that you're keeping tabs, Manshoon. Are you still around? Because I know he's powerful, and in Solaris's opinion, really powerful wizards can do all that kind of stuff.
He's literally just sitting right next to you, like, I've been here the whole time.
Yes.
You don't get a reply.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head in the direction of the Blackstaff Tower.
Ooh.
On rooftop.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Oh, what the fuck do we have to roll to run into Solaris before she does something stupid?
Everybody's doing something stupid.
That's true. I like this. This is interesting.
I think you're gonna have to roll pretty high because she has very reliable talents.
I do have very reliable talents.
So,
well, do we have to get the same number to beat each other in the halfway?
So Sunspot, Aralee, and Lilia and Jamey, you guys are in the Dungeons Castle Waterdeep. What's the plan here? I would say probably a couple minutes along the way. Mango the rat returns with other rats that she's gathered up. A swarm,
How many?
20-ish.
I think I rolled. It was 106.
Oh.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Only 106 rats.
That's 5.
She's very
okay.
She's very persuasive, I guess.
Oh, Mango!
It's more of a house rule for me, but I like to treat swarms are 20 units.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
They're coming to their king's aid.
Yeah. And Lilia will tell them,
cheese.
Oh boy.
Cheese. Cheese.
Yeah, I heard there's a bunch of cheese around here.
Y'all got cheese?
I want some cheese.
Hey, yo, I want some cheese.
Give me that cheese.
I heard that there would be cheese here. Yes.
Let me introduce you to my family. Here's Mango, Tango, Rango, Winnebango.
Is there like
Bingo.
can we like pass like the guard like break room or whatever?
Why do you ask?
I want to know if it's just like just some guards hanging out. I would like to make a giant like illusion of like a huge block of cheese in the middle.
Like on the guards?
just in general in the area. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody. It just causes a commotion. And if you wanted to be more realistic, I can also do hypnotic pattern that would like actually make some cheese happen. But like for now, I will say I will give you more cheese later. But for now, there's some over there. And just
okay.
up in the noodle show, and I will give you more cheese.
So they just swarm the guard room, where you can hear the guards like, "Yo, I mean, if this is actually is like a noble lady, I mean, we should probably like tell someone, right? I mean, the commander has to know, right?" And suddenly, Rat's just like, "Ah!"
It's turned into Dishonored.
Okay, but I will say I did not make the illusion on the guards because I don't want them to hurt them. I just want them to, like,
I mean,
freak
but there's
out.
still 100 rats climbing in the room.
Yes.
So, all right. So that's happening.
I wanted to be like a distraction so we can like duck out the other way.
Okay. So as you're doing that, oh, a nat 20, of course. Okay, luck is on your guys' side right now.
Even the gods themselves. Salune wants this wedding to happen.
Yeah. So as you're running along, suddenly a wall like opens in front of you, and there is a drow who has pushed it open, and they say, "You don't want to go that way. The guards are coming. Come this way, quick."
No. And do I trust this guy? Can I?
Yeah, I'm gonna insight this one.
Do we get some like JoJo intimidation purple kanji waving around? Or?
No menacing going on.
Got 17 in insight.
Wow.
I got an 18.
Yeah. I mean, this person seems like they are trying to help you.
Sunspot just goes.
Yep.
Okay.
And if we're like trying to dash real fast, then I will get onto Yami's back because she's way faster than me.
As Yami
give
goes
her a big hug.
past, she says, "Thank you, Krebig," to the drow, and he's like, nods.
Yeah, see, I was like, Yami knows.
Yeah. Yeah, she might. All right, so you guys all go down. The drow like takes a handle on the wall that he opened up, pulls it back, and like a second later, you hear guards like come down that hallway you were just in. Meanwhile, you guys find yourself in a big like tunnel that goes off and down away from the dungeons, basically. And the drow says, "It's lucky that I came across you when I did, and that Mr. Jarlaxle told me to keep an eye on you."
Oh, is he still keeping an eye on us?
Well, no,
Jarlaxle?
I was the eye.
Oh. Is he like looking through you right now or something?
No.
Oh.
Just my
Waxel
eyes.
like an important person.
And Yami says, "Yeah, he's a little bit important." And Krebin's like, "A little important? Jarlaxle is the leader of the greatest mercenary company in all the realms. And he has other connections too, of course. I mean, he is from House Baenre."
I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, I suppose you wouldn't. Surfaces. Anyway, I could lead you out of here.
I'm not from this dimension, so I'm sorry.
Of course not. Oh, great. What are you, Bitopia? Looks at you.
I don't need to tell you my sexuality.
Well,
Sir, I don't
between me and my partner.
Hmm. And Yami just like
Wait,
and Krebby
you're not into cells anymore, so magic works now, right?
It's true, yeah.
I did a magic illusion of some cheese like 2 minutes
Very
ago.
true. Krebby says, so these are the old Citadel of the Bloody Hand. These go down into Undermountain. If you want to follow along. I'm sure there are also connections to the sewers. And he looks at Sunspot. I think you're familiar with those, aren't you?
I could get us anywhere we need to go in the sewers.
We need to get a message to our friends to make sure that they know that we're getting out.
And Yami says, "Oh, the bird would work now.
Bird!
The bird.
You have a pen, mister?
Meanwhile, on the surface, well,
Sure.
forget Solaris. I'm gonna go save him myself.
Oh no!
Shit!
Renair's like, be careful. And meanwhile, down below.
That reminds me. And I grab all 3 items, and I have the duck in my shoulder, and I have the shield in my left hand, and the axe in my right hand.
Whoa, very nice. Like, I just imagine, like, you're walking out of the noodle troll. Meanwhile, Lilia, downstairs, Krebby, like, pulls out a pen. He's like, of course I do. And he hands it to you. Who are you gonna write a note to?
Is it like a Brigandeth, like, branded pen?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Like
It's a diatrima feather. Very nice and colorful.
Okay. I was gonna say, is it like one of those, like, bank pens?
It produces its own purple invisible ink.
Well, how is it purple if it's invisible?
Because it appears when the person who it is meant for touches it.
Okay.
But
Then
anybody
I
else
will
gets invisible.
write a message to Solaris to tell her vampires attacking the wedding. We got out. Meet you back at the noodle troll ASAP.
Okay.
XOXO Lilia.
XOXO Gossip Girl.
Solaris, make me just an acrobatics roll.
Okay. 19.
19. Okay.
19.
So you are able to.
Black Viper with a broken nose is next to you on the rooftop.
Where the fuck
I need to talk to you.
from?
I need to talk to you about something.
I need to talk to you. You parkour your
friends hit
way
me!
across the rooftops of Waterdeep, over to where Blackstaff Tower is, and basically leap down. And the paper bird does not reach you before you get there. So what is your plan, Solaris?
I'm trying to find Manshoon and have a conversation. I just rolled a 32 stealth.
You wanna? Okay. Oh, you're stealthing. Oh my goodness. Okay, interesting.
I want to have a private conversation.
Interesting. Okay. So I will say you approach Blackstaff Tower, and like the shadow of it looms over you as you walk towards it, very stealthily. And you feel its looming presence, like towering over you with every step. And I think that's where we should end it for this week.
Holy
As you
shit.
approach. So Lilia, Aralee, Sunspot, and Yami have broken out of prison and are using these secret tunnels out. Patience is going to break them out with a devil-possessed duck who owes Aralee like a debt, a weird shield with like an angel face on it,
Yeah, it's a good shield.
an axe that has the spirit of a former warlord of Waterdeep in it. And then Solaris is going to have a private meeting with Manshoon, the leader of the Zentarum and the new Blackstaff. So yeah, next time should be interesting.
God, I really hope the message reaches her before she gets the fucking box.
As like going past a tavern, there's just like a bard just like outside for performances, and it's just like, don't you know you never split the party.
So,
Community
hey.
theme song starts playing.
Wow. You guys, let's do plugs. How about that? Holy cow. I'm Dylan. I'm the DM. You can find me on Twitter. you can also find me over on Jeanette's channel. And hey, Jeanette, you want to tell us
You, she,
about that and other plugs you might have?
Sure. Also, I'd like to say that, the D&D 5e Player's Guide has a disclaimer, and part of it says they're not responsible for the consequences of splitting the party. So, I
True.
mean, that's on us.
That's
Great.
on you specifically.
I mean, yes, it always is, but, oops. I don't usually give too much weight to disclaimers. I guess I should start. But I'm Jeanette. You can find me at JEBreak79 on Twitter. You can find me on Uncanny_Adventures here on Twitch. We run a D&D 5e Skull and Shackles game every other Sunday at 4:30 p.m., which would be a week from tomorrow. And then Mondays and Tuesday nights, I run a 7 p.m. Call of Cthulhu Old Western game. One is called Beneath the Burning Sun. One is called Shadows Over Stillwater. This week we're going to run them both because we took this past week off for one of them. So yeah, you can find me there, and you can find me here for Ghost of Saltmarsh every other Saturday night with Scotty at 7 p.m., which would be next Saturday. But that's what I've got going on.
Also, since we were talking about disclaimers, I feel like the one for Dragon Heist is also quite relevant. The Lords of Waterdeep cannot be held responsible for the flogging, banishment, incarceration, or execution of adventurers who violate the code legal. Nor are the lords responsible for the actions of beholder crime lords, unscrupulous nobles, drow swashbucklers, and evil clones. Also, don't be alarmed by the colossal statues scattered throughout the city. They're quite safe and haven't gone berserk in years.
Wait, why didn't I know about that one before I
evil
played?
Clown, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So hey, how about you, Aya?
Shit.
Plugs?
Yeah,
What's going on?
my dice fell.
Oh well.
Hey everybody. You can find me at Aya Golander. If you so wish to commission me, then you are more than welcome to. But I encourage you to find some more wonderful artists that I will be posting on my Twitter ever so often. Anybody that I find nice or cool or their art is amazing, definitely check it out. It will be there. And if you like Aralee and want to see her cry some more,
What? I love watching her cry. What?
It's my
Wait,
favorite part.
more?
Tell me more.
You can. I will be running a Dungeon Academy alumni one shot on Fractured Moon's Twitch channel, so you can go check that out. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Tomorrow night, 7:30ish, we'll be doing that, and Aralee might get a special little thing. It'll be fun.
What?
A little special thing. And I was promised ex-girlfriends and emo unicorns. So
Oh,
just saying.
interesting.
I don't know about the emo unicorns, but I'm scared about the ex-girlfriend.
Just saying. Definitely check that out. And watch Patience get more Arthur fists.
Speaking of Aralee, Callie, what you got going on?
You can find me at Capt Callie on Twitter. I do art, and I have art commissions open. And until the end of June, I will be donating 90% of my art commissions money to any Black Lives Matter charity that you might suggest. Or I will also be drawing from, if you donate $15 to $25 and show me the receipt, I will be drawing something in that price range for you, because Black Lives Matter and want to help. Tomorrow at 10 is Mr. Kevin's Wild Ride. Don't know what the hell we're doing. Never know what the hell we're doing.
It's like it feels never ending.
We're gonna do a time skip.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh
So,
boy.
so yeah, there's that.
Interesting. Well, Scott, how about you? I believe you were also in that game.
Yeah, Kevin's Wild Ride. So instead of plugging my stuff, I'm gonna instead plug some Black Twitch streamers that I found, and I found
alright.
very interesting. And I know the other day, 5 of them had a big discussion about how it is to be black in the tabletop community, and I was surprised that I'd heard of like almost none of them. One of the main ones, I'm bad with names in general, so I apologize. I don't remember their name on top of my head, but they're one of the players from Rivals and Waterdeep.
It was Tanya, right?
It was probably
Tanya
Tanya.
DePass. Mhm.
They were talking about, that was like the only person I recognized, but they were talking about stuff, and I went to look at all their things, and I think they're all pretty neat. The one I'm going to call out specifically is Cipher of Tyr, and they do some great Let's Plays. They've been doing Animal Crossing and stuff as of recent, but I'll definitely check them out. There are a few others, I believe. I am Brandon. With the capital
he's
B.
also one of the players in Rivals of Waterdeep.
That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Yep.
Isn't that? But there's, I'm just surprised. I like this community. I've only seen like Caucasian, and I'd like to see a lot more than that. So
and Rivals
definitely
is a great show. If you're not watching or listening to Rivals, I'm really enjoying Rivals of Waterdeep.
Yeah,
and Rivals is very interesting because they like switch DMs a lot too, so you get a lot of different styles going. You know, it's interesting.
What's happening in this nonsense?
Yeah. So pretty much what I'm trying to get to is the only way you can get more of this kind of stuff is if these people are acknowledged more. So please check them out and give them a follow.
Yeah, and Tanya, Cipher of Tyr, just this week did a fundraiser for one of the Bail projects, the Bail project.
That's true, she did, yeah.
And her goal started in the morning at $500, and they broke that. I mean, and then some. They ended up they're up over $150,000 they got, and just that one day they got almost to 150. I mean, it's amazing. Plus, she's part of a team that are raising funds, and they're doing so well.
Also, I encourage you guys to look elsewhere than just bail funds, because they are being overrun by money. So if you wish to help, go find local Black-owned companies.
Really?
And, or creators, or anybody that you deem to be somebody you would like to patron for anything. You know? Expand your horizons, friends.
Indeed. So Jamey, what do you got? We got going on.
I'm Jamey. You can follow me on Twitter. That's kind of all I have going on. But if you go out exercising your First Amendment right, because remember, it's our right to protest.
It is, yeah.
Stay safe out there. Hydrate. We're getting summer. People are getting dehydrated. Stay safe. Be smart. Educate yourself at a minimum. Sign petitions. Donate. I've made donations this week to Reclaim the Block and Unicorn Riot. That's just this week. I'm planning on doing some more, but donate. Do what you can.
One last thing for me, I guess. Sorry. The big thing I've been seeing is if you have family members and stuff that don't agree with you on these kind of subjects, don't try to be like, I am right and you're wrong. Just present them the overwhelming evidence and let them decide for themselves. And if they still decide to not be for equal rights, that's their problem.
Yeah. So, on that somber note, my friends out there, I hope you will join us next week for some more Chaos Crew. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. So, farewell.
Bye.